What is with these new Gen 11 members always aura farming? What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here from that and Ubuntu. Have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact. You know what time it is. It's peacock time. All my toes are curling just thinking about it, and I'm already excited because we got a color cover. I'm so geeked. So let's not waste any more time and hop right into chapter 329. Don't run away. Alright. So I'm assuming this is all the new General 11, right? Let's see, we have Say here. Mean mugging as always. Like, I don't know how to feel about this first. Like, let me slow down and articulate my thoughts properly. I'm like a man with some sort of command with the English language. Let me say this. I don't know exactly how to feel about this first section of the U20 World Cup arc. Not even in the sense that, like, I know what's going to happen, but almost in the sense of, like, I really do. I think it's the impatience in me, because I've been waiting so long. I've been waiting so long to get new save feats, and he's just sitting around still. I think, unironically, being a person who, if you were to ask me what my opinion on Say is, I'm not even going to say he's, like, overrated or underrated. I think, obviously, he just has, like, narrative importance and weight that will kind of, like, never be denied. So he's going to be fine, like, narratively and scaling-wise. And when Say comes back and is dumb, stupid, crazy, and, like, he makes the U20 version of himself look like a first selection character, that's perfectly fine. I expect it. But I think because I know we're going to get him, and, like, the two matches we have left are just like a formality, I almost don't. I don't care about the group. Get like skip the group stage. I don't care. But at the same time, I completely acknowledge why the group stages are currently important. There are two wolves fighting inside me right now. There's the one wolf who's like, actually, the character dynamics will be really interesting to set up, and we do kind of need these group stage matches in order to build up certain dynamic rivalries for the future. Very specifically, or not build up, but like further establish certain rivalries. Like in-team narrative rivalries, presumably between the strikers. Once again, I'm assuming Shino and Baro are not very happy about never touching. Well, we saw that. They are not very happy about not touching the pitch. Hopefully, they'll be able to touch the pitch so they can actually do something and build that up and possibly, who knows, maybe spark a rivalry with Isagi once again, or push their rivalries further, or even make rivalries amongst themselves. Like maybe they start to develop rivalries with the starters. Because one critique I do 100% agree with Blue Lock is that so many of the rivalries are a bit, not even a bit, just are too Isagi focused. So giving other characters more dynamics through the group stage to build up into the world match knockout stage, then I think that would actually be a good thing. So like, we need the group stage for that, possibly, if that's going to happen. It didn't really happen in Nigeria, but Nigeria was literally just a showcase match. So like, no doubt that wasn't going to happen there. But then on top of that, there's the other wolf who's like, cool story, bro. Not only is that not really going to matter, but also we know that the only team we're going to see again, at least in the World Cup arc, and that's debatable, and if we're even going to run into them again personally, they may lose off screen, or we may not even reach them in the finals, is France. And we know that France will very likely win, and we know that Japan literally has to beat England. Or like it's a goal difference thing. Like maybe they could tie with England, and then like because they have more goals, like they'll technically like win. Like maybe Nigeria is gonna face England while they're amped now, and they're gonna be able to like at least score once or twice. So like if it's another like 4-0, it wouldn't be a 4-0, it'd be like a 4-2. So like maybe you could still have the case where they like tie to England. But what I'm saying is like there's no way France and Japan aren't the two that are progressing. So we have that, and we are currently locking off Say. And Say in particular, right? Nagi is like another character who's currently being locked off, but like I don't really mind Nagi being locked off. Like you know my opinion. I actually, as fun as I am with Nagi's redemption or return arc, I still would have kind of preferred if he just got banished. So it really is this guy. It's this fella, and I think it's just because I'm impatient. So I'm gonna cherish these moments now, because we will get him eventually anyway. And the longer we build to him, the sweeter and sweeter it'll be when he actually gets here. The other character who I'm always excited to see, it's my glorious, handsome, defying Kaiser. Very interesting that he's facing away, though. Very, very interesting that he's facing away in this color cover page specifically. I wonder why. I mean, like, it could just be we always see Kaiser, and he's had multiple color spreads. Meanwhile, the other New Gen 11 members haven't. And I'm assuming this, yeah, this is literally all the New General 11 because we have Kaiser, we have Lorenzo. Lorenzo is a character who I'm interested to see. Like I don't think is he even playing? I think he's like the one New General 11 that we've seen that isn't playing in the U20 World Cup. Because we had flashes to all of them. I don't think we saw him. So like he may not be there, unfortunately. I don't know, like Lorenzo's role in the narrative is kind of funky because he doesn't really have a dynamic with anybody and anything about it. Like, other than, like, the base, like, snuffy borrow dynamic thing. Like, he doesn't really, what does he do? What does bro even do? That's crazy. Like, what does bro even do? I don't actually know. So, Lorenzo, looking cool as always. Looking like he needs a bath, as always. But, like, I'm not even sure, what do you do, brother? But, yep. I don't know why. Every time I see Bunny, my brain screams Luna. I know Luna, Lunar, Bunnies, Moon. I get that. But I know this guy's name is Bunny Iglesias. I don't know why my brain screams Luna. Luna is a separate character with his own importance. But I don't know why. But he does have a really cool design. I wonder why he, of all characters, is barefoot, though. And he's the only one that is barefoot. So that's probably going to be... He's probably... Well, to be fair, also with the scars. That has something to do with, like, his upbringing. No doubt. And even look at the rattiness of the shirt he's wearing. Everyone else is dressed... Even Lorenzo is dressed in somewhat finer clothes. At least, like, clothes that fit and aren't ragged up. Say looks like he's in some sort of, like, designer button-down. Kaiser's in, like, in a designer jacket. I'm assuming this is Hugo back here. Poor Hugo, man. You said you haven't been allowed to do anything. We're not going to get your color cover design just yet. But if this is Hugo, he's looking beefy. But then Loki's in a fully dressed down suit. But Bunny is the only one in, like, what seems like maybe regular worn jeans. And a worn old shirt and barefoot and stuff like that, while everyone else has designer on. So, like, presumably he grew up in a rough and tumble area, and now he's in a very similar way to Noah. He's playing where he can in order to escape or, like, reconcile that life. But I wouldn't be shocked if Bunny ends up being a character who doesn't actually like soccer, based on what we've seen of him already. But enough of that. Let's actually waste no more time and hop right into chapter 329. Don't run away. U20, wait, hold on. U20 World Cup. Group A, Game 2. Oh, okay, so this is, let's see, these look like filler designs. But then again, I get it. I don't think Nomura's going to reveal any of the England designs just yet. But alright, Loki. France versus, I mean, though, that is truly the question, dog. How, because, like, I think, at least currently, our speedsters are not going band for band with Loki. Loki is like if you took Yukimiya, Zantetsu, and Chigiri, fused them together, and then gave them steroids. Like he truly is, because he has the cracked acceleration, he has the cracked top speed, he has the cracked, like, he even has a little bit of Corona in him with his sharp turns. Like we've seen him also just like boom boom boom, like he does the short turn thing as well. And obviously he's a 1v1 emperor, just like Yukimiya with the speed things. Like I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And that's why I'm so convinced that France is going to be somewhat of a massacre. But not, like, too bad. Like, now, especially with the way Nigeria went, and only being, like, a 4-0 game, and just barely a 4-0 game, mind you. Like, I feel like the score is going to be a lot lower, but still, I feel like if anything, this match against France is going to end up just being straight data, bro. Like, they don't have to beat France to progress, for one. And for two, at least from what we've seen so far, I'm not exactly sure if Blue Lock is ready. Sounds like crazy to say, but I don't even think Block is ready to go band for band with France. I think France has fatter stacks right now, bro, and I think Loki is that fatter stacks. Loki plus Charles plus Hugo, another New General 11, like probably fried. Let's see. Group A, Game 2, just straight zoom. No Hugo though, just Loki. Boom, France versus England. Darn, the insta goal too. Like no deeper to get past him, and he shot from outside the box. Through a guy's through a guy's leg too. I didn't even know where this guy came from. He was probably just like right off screen here, but he sniped it in upper left corner from outside the box. Man, Loki, bro, Loki. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm glad he's cracked. If we can have Nigeria being cracked, I'll at least have a person of African descent being cracked. So we'll take what we can get, Loki. We'll take what we can get. But jeez, boom. France versus England. I'm assuming it's the end of the game. Oh! Well, it looks like he wasn't even fully exerting himself, though. I was about to say, that's actually kind of a low score, though. 2-1? I'm not sure if that's meant to like hint at this. This right here may be like a two, maybe threefold thing here. First things first, the closeness of the score may imply that, plus his lack of like actual sweat or physical exertion, may imply that Loki wasn't really going all out. Like maybe that's why the score is so low. He doesn't want to show off too much, and also he just doesn't. This is. I mean, like, I know he's based off Mbappe, but I've seen this celebration from Mbappe before. That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad that. I wonder, like, does Mbappe know? Does he know? I know, like, many. Really, not many. I know, like, some soccer players have referenced Blue Lock, but I don't know if Mbappe knows. Like, there's just him canonically in Blue Lock. Like, he's named Julian Loki, but like we know it's Mbappe. So I do really wonder, does he know? Because this is just like a straight callback to reference. So there's that. But since he's not sweating, he doesn't seem to have any physical fatigue, and it looks like he won the game just fine. I 100% believe he's just in a good spot, right? There's no, like, I don't think he's physically exerted. But even still, if Loki's holding back, we've seen a suppressed Loki still be a monster, and England was able to get a goal off. We don't know what Hugo's role is, but maybe it's not something defensive if they were able to get a goal off. Or maybe this is meant to imply that England does at least seem it's going to be some sort of comp, right? Where it's not going to be like an easy blow. It kind of feeds into the idea that England will be the extreme diff game where they may tie, right? Because here look at this. The goal difference is already being highlighted here because we have Group A, right? And we have the win, lose, draw, diff, points. So we see that these will come to play. So now with England actually, seemingly enough, at least being somewhat of a diff. Because remember, these are full-length matches, so this was a full 90-minute match. With England being able to get a goal off on France, with Hugo and Loki on the pitch, presumably, along with Charles, I am 100% believing that England will be the extreme diff match. Like, our cast will probably try to go extreme diff with France, and we'll probably still lose. Like, especially if Loki is... If we take him what he recently said at face value, he is still very, very null at Isagi. So I would be shocked if he goes all out on Isagi early on, accidentally feeding him a whole bunch of data and also just, curb stomping that man in order to get like a large victory over him. And that plus England just actually being able to be some sort of comp would make it so that even if the two teams tie, it would be the point difference that Japan has over Nigeria that from the Nigeria game that allows them to be more comp and then eventually pass on into the actual elimination stage. Because at first I thought it was just going to be a high diff extreme victory, but now it doesn't have to be a victory. As people point out, it doesn't have to be a victory since you can draw and it comes down to a goal point difference, with the big difference already being highlighted here with France only having like a lead difference of 1, and then both England and Nigeria really just England working up from a deficit. Well, no, they have to tie. They would have to tie. It would have to be a high-scoring game where both teams tie, but then the point difference kicks in, and Japan moves on by that. And could also, once again, set up the high-level stakes of the actual elimination stage, where Japan doesn't have, like, a victory, but they tie. And they only get on barely by the skin of their teeth. And then, like, the certainty in Japan soccer is, like, unstable again. Because people were like, oh, well, if they were only able to tie, England not actually beat them. And they only, like, you could essentially put Blue Lock on fraud watch for a little bit in the first couple games. And then maybe have Say come in and then either decide not to play because they're on fraud watch or add Say to what seems like a possible, and I say in heavy quotation marks, possible fraudulent team, and have him raise their level so much that he'll erases all doubt, just to really feed into the idea of like, oh yeah, Say is like that. Because I'm not saying he needs it, but it would be nice to have. Let's see. All right. That's a lot of reading. There's a lot of words. I'm not reading them. To start, I should probably care a little bit more, but like none of these groups are gonna matter until actually, seeing the elimination stage. So we're gonna move on. Let's see. Kaiser, why? Oh, but okay. Speaking of now, I know. Sweat scaling isn't real. I know. But if I'm gonna do some sweat/exertion scaling, the 3-0 is very cool by Kaiser. Shoutouts to my glorious, handsome, legendary, juicy, divine, rose, thorny, emperor, king. But if we look at this 3-0, it clearly took him a lot more effort than Loki's 2-1. He has the flow eyes popping off. He's dripping sweat. Like he's clearly physically, like, look at the veins popping up. Like, he's clearly physically exerting himself a whole lot more here to get this 3-0. Well, it is good that it was a 3-0, right? Like, he didn't have to worry about anything. In this case, may not be enough. may genuinely not be enough because, or no, it's actually too much, right? Kaiser's casual wasn't enough to take down Costa Rica like this. He needed to go all out. Meanwhile, and don't get me wrong, like, Blue Lock definitely seemed to need to try a bit against Nigeria, but even their physical exertion wasn't this high. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, Rin had the Predator flow eye at the start, and, like, maybe he went into flow against when he scored with Isagi. But, like, I don't even remember did Isagi? Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see something. I don't even think Isagi went into flow at the end of the match with his like copied goal. Like, let me see. He went into reflex. Yeah, he went into reflex and put Metavision on it. But yeah, he didn't I quickly ran back to chapter 325. You can see the most, like, these are not the flow eyes. These are just reflex. So he didn't even have to go into flow in order to pull off this crazy new shot or anything like that. He's still operating in base. Meanwhile, Kaiser clearly was probably using Metavision. Probably using Metavision, probably running all up and down around the pitch, probably doing a whole lot of the work. And while it was a 3-0, which is still very, very impressive, he probably scored all 3 goals himself. It probably was literally, there you go. It was a hat trick. And that, let's see, did they list Loki? Yeah, Loki got both goals here, so he was the hard carry. And Kaiser got all 3 goals here, so he got a hat trick here. But it took him a lot of effort to do that. He's sweating, he's breathing hard, he's got the flow eyes. So I'm not saying Kaiser's washed or anything like that, but I do think we're still reinforcing the gap between him and Loki. Especially considering, like, I'm not sure for anyone who knows the actual football world, is Costa Rica cracked or anything like that? I mean, it'd be cracked because I've heard good things about, like, England actually being cracked in universe, which would explain why they were able to at least get a point off on France. But, like, if Costa Rica's not cracked, then Kaiser having to try this hard may not bode all too well for him. Maybe the man needs some help. But let's see. Germany, Korea, Serbia, Costa Rica. If I had to hazard a guess, it's probably gonna be Germany and would it be Germany and Korea or Germany and Serbia? Maybe Germany and Serbia. Who knows? We'll see. Let's see. Wait, no. Sorry, I shouldn't whistle into the mic. Let's see. Whoa, no, I just let not whistle to the mic. Proceeds to immediately whistle to the mic again. Let's see. Whoa, Germany sure knows how to win, huh? Kaiser knows how to win, yeah. Kiora, both you and Anase cannot be. Y'all didn't even touch the pit. Let's see. You know, as much as I love Kaiser, he's a very easily mockable character. I don't even blame him. The wait is over, Astugi. I've yearned for you, Yoichi. Are you trying to be still, Kaiser? Sorry, Dougal, that's not your voice. Are you trying to be still, Kaiser? I'm gonna come. All in over. Revenge, Yoichi. Go ahead messing around. Sendo, you have no right to laugh either. In fact, both Otoya and Sendo, both of you, shut up! Y'all can't laugh. Y'all can make jokes. Let's see. Okay. And Baro, I hate to do this to you, dog. Baro, you don't have a right to command anybody either. Though admittedly, it is the people. Well, no. See, Aryu actually is allowed to make a joke because he was on the pitch and he helped carry. He blocked out an Ozzy. Baro, you ain't even tickled the pitch, bro. The jacket never came off, dog. I don't want to hear a lick for a whole 90-minute game. Ain't touch pitch once. Whole 90-minute game with infinite substitutions. Didn't touch pitch once. Baro, I don't want to hear it. Let's see. Shut that up, you losers. What's styling, you idiot? Or still in? Is it still or is it style? I feel like it is still because there's no E. But then again, like, style does, like, ill? I guess that's, but like ill, it does. I don't actually still could be style still. Be like, you don't really hear the E in style. The E is actually kind of silent. Let's see. In the group leagues, each team plays 3 matches, and then the top 2 teams of each group will advance. Yep. Hyor, I hope you do something, bro. Like it is okay. The reason I'm so scared for Hiyori is that he like, not only just because like now with the whole Nigeria game, him doing absolutely nothing, the whole, oh no, that man is literally just a plot device so Isagi can win in Ubers and like do one thing in all the PhD is not only just looking more and more solid but really really bad. But on top of that, as just as much as I spent so much time earlier talking about, I do want Say. Say's gonna be interesting. I hope he raises the level of the team. Once we have Say, Hiyori is literally non-viable. Like there's no reason to ever put him on the pitch instead of Say. There's no reason. At least like for a character like Bachara, right? Bachara has mixed utility. He can midfield, he can score. Heck, the boy can even defend when he occasionally feels it. Like that man has mixed utility. And Hiyori can do the same, but Say can do better. Say can literally, he is literally Hiyori premium. You got Hiyori basic, which is what we have right now. But once we get Say, we have Hiyori. Why would we ever go back to Hiyori? Hiyori, I need you to do something in France, bro. I need you to do something in France and something in England. Please. We can't have you just falling to the plot allegations, bro. Please. Let's see. If we win our next match, then we're basically guaranteed to advance to the finals. Hold on. How's the face go? That's why I try not to laugh. I'm watching the video, bro. Hey. Yeah, win your next match against France. Yeah, go ahead. Do it. Actually, if they win against France, what's a good thing? I feel like I made a bet like this before. If they win against France, I will do a polka dance. If they win against France, you can quote me, Luca. I trust you. Whenever you catch up, I think Luca may still be behind, but like Luca, I will literally hit a polka dance. He's also remembering all the promises. Be like, I will remember. But anyone, hold me to it. If they actually beat France here in the group stage, I will hit the meanest polka you've ever seen. And you may be wondering why a polka dance specifically, because I have no idea how to polka dance, but I know it's a type of dance that I don't know how to do. Let's see. Yeah, but we're up against France, who's #1 in the world. Okay, so at least Raichi's being realistic. He's like, we may be fried. Let's see. Doesn't matter. We'll devour. Wait. Oh, wait, he's quoting somebody. Doesn't matter. We'll devour and defeat everyone. We've got to beat them if we're going to win, right? My baby, I love you, Corona. I love you. Do Daddy proud. Do Daddy proud. He even did Daddy proud this little time on the last match, in the last game, bro. I love you, Corona. I love you, baby. My tooth. I can't believe he grew up so big and strong. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. That's my baby. I love him. I love my baby boy. Sorry. Let's see. Being the best in the world is the only option. Thank you, Yuki Miya. I also hope Yuki Miya does something. Like, unironically, since he was sidelined earlier than Hiyori, like, I'm talking man-shining game. Like, Yuki Miya hasn't been relevant for how many chapters? When was man-shine? It's at least over 100 chapters at this point. Like, Yuki Miya has been irrelevant for a while now. But I hope he does something, man. Like, he is too good. Like, as much as I clown on Yuki Miya, he is too good of a character. Too good of a character design, too good of a character arc, too good of character abilities, too good of character concept, and, like, how he could feed into Isagi's that. Like, there's so much Yuki Miya could do from a narrative perspective that he can't keep getting sidelined like this. Like Kanejiro Sensei, I know it's a Bachara arc. I know it's an arc for other, but like, please give him some, bro. Give him some. Even, like, almost even more than Hiyori. And I love Hiyori. A whole lot. But if unironically, if you ask me to pick between the two, I would want more from Yuki Miya. And maybe just because because Hiyori has had pitch time, even if he didn't do anything. And he was, like, he was obviously more relevant in Ubers. He was the whole reason they won that game. And more relevant in PXG. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's the recency bias of it all. But, like, I do want Yuki Miya to gain something. Let's see. That's what Isagi-kun would say, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. So, yeah, they all are quoting Isagi. I mean, that is true. I mean, as long as you have the perspective of ball out. And, I guess that is a true thing. Even, I think there's a good balance between being rational and being delusional. You need both. Like, don't do things that are so out of line that are like, what on earth are you cooking, you insane madman? But at the same time, don't be afraid to be just the slightest bit of insane. Like not nothing too crazy. Nothing too, I'm not saying lose your mind, go buku bonkers, dominate the world. Like I'm not saying anything like that. But I am saying go just a bit. Don't be afraid to be a little bit delusional. I think all the best, biggest, and most next level motivations or like big movements or changes in my own life came from when I balanced rationality and delusionality. That's not a word, but being extremely delusional. Do you know how I record? It's because I'm delusional. like legit. You do need to have a little bit of that insanity in you just to do things, just to move forward. Even like things that you think are basic, add a little bit of delusion to them. You'd be shocked how much more motivated you get. Let's see. What Isagi would say, right? Totally. Hey, what the heck? Are you making fun of me? Just a smidge. Not at all. It's actually a compliment. And I guess it is. Notably, it's hard. Like it's weird to think about it. The balance, like imitation is the greatest form of flattery, is like a true thing, right? If someone's copying you, like specifically just like straight up mimicking you, not even like remixing it, then I do think that is actually like really, really flattering. But at the same time, it can be very easy to mock somebody. Like I feel like everyone's been in a moment where you've been like arguing or debating somebody and they just repeat what you say in a nerdy voice. Hi, I'm guilty of this, both in terms of like giving and receiving that. Well, actually, if you calculate it this way, he's 243 times faster than light. Well, actually, if you calculate it this way, he's 243 times like I literally will, as a person who does not wear glasses that often anymore, I will literally reach into the spare glasses to pull out and go like it's just funny. So, like, it may be a compliment, but I think they are still mocking him. Let's see. When I get nervous, it's a nice mental boost. Yeah, like the little Isagi in your, like, see, that's insane. That, like, don't get me wrong, I do love the idea that I live on in other people's thoughts. Like, it is crazy to think about. But it does bring me a whole lot of joy whenever people say, like, oh, I love your content. Or people who know me in real life who are like, yeah, I was thinking about you, dog. I was like, oh, thank you. But I mean, like, and I guess if it's a good thing, it's a good thing. But I would be kind of horrified if someone said, oh, yeah, the little pencil in my head. This pencil? Me? Me? Do any of y'all have, like, a me on your shoulder being like, do it. Or like you reference back to, like, some people I like that I've like actually been like real mentors for. I get that, right? Because I even sometimes tell them, just imagine I'm there with you to make something easier or something like that. But it's crazy to think that they've all been traumatized by Isagi. That this is true. Let's see. Yeah, the little Isagi in your head. Ah, I got a little Isagi in my head too. Nod. Yep, he's in there. I love my baby. But yeah, they are mocking him. You're definitely making fun of me. But actually, like, it is definitely a bit mocking. But it's really high praise. Like obviously it's not the best type, but like still, to live on in someone, especially when you are physically not there, I think that is crazy. In like a really good way. It's really neat. Let's see. You're definitely making fun of me. You know, it just goes to show how much everyone's looking up to you. Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing, right? Like, and that is the cool thing about being relied on. The idea of, yeah, you are the people look up to, or like even I know a lot of people are scared of becoming the relatively important at their place of work. Hi, I've also become relatively important at my place of work, but I also think it's cool. Like, oh, you need something specific, you got to come to me. Nope, you can't go to him. You can't even go to some people higher than me in my current organization. Oh, you need something specific about this specific topic? Come to me. Yeah, it's me. It's me. I'm not just sitting on the sidelines doing a little number crunching no more. Yeah, no. It's me. I think that's really cool. I do, and I will also like the idea of like people like, and it always sounds weird when I say it, but the idea that people do want to hear my thoughts on things brings me so much joy. Like, me? You want to hear my opinion on something? Absolutely, it's happy. It makes me so happy to provide it. I've read entire manga just because I'm like, oh well, people want to hear my opinion on it, and I kind of like it. Let's go. Let's see. Hey, I don't plan on giving up the title of the world's best to you, Raichi. Raichi, you unfortunately, my boy, sharp teeth and all, you give such strong Kiba declaring he still wants to be Hokage vibes. I know, that's crazy to say about Raichi, but am I wrong? Look into your heart. You know it to be true. You know I'm not wrong. You know I'm not wrong. I've yet to see a more Kiba character than this man Raichi, dog. You know for a fact I'm down get playing the title best in the world to you. Dog, you gave that title in first selection. You haven't been a top 10, 15 contender since the first 30 chapters of the manga, bro. I'm impressed that you made it this far and you've done as much as you have, Raichi. You're not doing all that, though. Let's see. Bring it on, then. That's a healthy mindset for a blue lock egotist. Bro really said, then step to me. But you know what? There is nothing more satisfying than rage baiting rivals. Like, I still, like, obviously, still in this day, like, the video game sense. But I still remember when I got fast enough. When I was like, it wasn't really even, I mean, it was still like technically close, right? Like maybe in 1 out of every 10 races, I may like have a bad start, or when my kick not kick in properly. But like the people who I was running with for that fourth 4x1 spot, like literally 3 guys. It was 3 other guys. It was really another core 4. We kind of low key got noticed that, like the 4 racing for the 4th. We didn't get called that, but everyone kind of knew, right? There was the top 3, there was everyone else, and then there was us. But like once I definitively joined that top 4, there was nothing more satisfying than being like, well, shoot, y'all gotta catch me now. What I gotta do? And they never did. They never did. That's still satisfying to this day. I have still friends with one of them. He's like, one day. And I'm like, dude, we both are full-grown adults now who haven't ran in years. So he may catch me in that. But I've been working out still. I know he hasn't. So like, don't sleep with me. But there's something fun about it. Because like it is truly that interpersonal competition that gives you the most motivation. If I did not have those 4, I don't think it would have been as fast as it was. And notably, like we all had like weirdly different. It's funny because we were all doing the same thing, but we had our own different things. One of them had just a fantastic start. Like they would fly out of the blocks relative to all of us and just go, but like they'd be darn near halfway down, not literally, but they'd be like way ahead of us fresh out the blocks. They had an amazing start. They had like the timing, they had the sensation that they were good with it. Another one, like me, just had a really, really, really strong kick. Like their start was fine, their finishing was fine, and their build up was fine. But like really it was once that kick hit around that like 45 to 50 meter mark, they were zooming. Another one, the third guy, he had this like weird thing where his start accelerate, like he would go from 0 to max in like 2 seconds. Like he would be 3 steps out and he was already at top speed. Like his acceleration, he would literally go from 0 to 100 in an instant. It was crazy to see. What I had like a weird balanced mix of everything, in the sense of like my start wasn't too bad, my acceleration wasn't too bad, but it was around that 50 meter mark where my legs would like, they would just hit motion and suddenly something snapped. My kick was always the best part of me running. I will never even remotely debate that. I still remember some people would first see it happen and be like, why? And I couldn't explain it. I thought that was just weird, but that was always enough to carry me. And that's why I was always consistently so close, because the guy who would get out the blocks and be gone. The guy who had the great acceleration from the start, he would get up and be gone. The guy who had the same like kick base as me just had a weaker kick. We'd be like neck and neck, and then suddenly I just, well, not like like, but I definitively was beating them by like good margins, right? Like 2-3 meters. He mean like that's not that much in track and field. That's a lot. That's a lot. And sometimes it was even worse. Like I did end up widening the gap a bit. So very proud of that. Very proud of that. Let's see. That's a healthy mindset for a blue lock egotist. Oh, bro, did you really run to the bathroom? Let's see. Why are we watching Rin taking a leap, bro? I don't need to see this stuff. Let's see. Don't look at me. Same to you. Leave it to Kaneshiro Sensei Nomura. Why? I mean, like, you gotta go and you gotta go. And they're doing the proper bathroom etiquette, dog. Unless all the urinals are full, you stand at least one urinal apart. Realistically, they could have gone farther. There are more urinals here, but at least they know the law of the land, if you will. We'll take. Same to you. Hey, is soccer? Are y'all really talking? Okay, I look like they're the same now. But let's see. Is soccer fun for you? When everything goes your way, and you're an undisputed superstar. I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't it? Why would it be? Sounds pretty good to me. Sounds pretty gas to me. Let's see. Yeah, it is fun. Jealous? Are my exploits bothering you? I mean, probably. And I think the thing that works so well for Isagi in particular is the fact that he's still not, like, he is the superstar, he's the center, he's the guiding light, but he's not the strongest, he's not the fastest. He is the smartest though. Like that's not really debatable. But like his one stat is something that you can only see in play, in access, on the pitch. That's the only time where you can really see Isagi be giga dumb stupid cracked. But just looking at him, you wouldn't expect it. And I think that's probably what gets to Rin and Baro. Probably not Shido. Shido's cool with it. But like anyone who does have that like insane cracked physical ability looks at Isagi and is like, like it is genuinely insane what Isagi does, considering you would look at him and be like, oh, well, he doesn't have the same specs as Rin. He's not as big, he's not as fast, he's not as strong, he's not as monstrous. Yeah, but he's still better though, in terms of like coordinating and actually working with his team and being a motivator for them. So he works best in the team sport setting. He is cooking. Let's see. That's not it. Just don't get satisfied with all this. I'm not. Yeah, that is true. He won't be satisfied. And even then, I do genuinely wonder, will Isagi truly be happy when he's number one in the world? That is something I do wonder. If I'm lucky enough to live to see it, I do wonder, will he be happy? Will he be joyous? Will he be clicking his heels together like he's Dorothy on the Yellow Brick Road when he finally reaches that point? I don't know. Let's see. Just don't get satisfied with all this. I'm not! Then, until I destroy Seitoshi. Keep being a demon. Demon Lord! What is... I don't get it. I mean, I get it. It's like, I guess it's just how it translates properly. I don't get why Demon King always gets replaced with Demon Lord. It's so common. Like, I think that... Well, to be fair, not so common. The other main example that comes to mind is Seven Deadly Sins. For the longest time, the Demon King was the Demon King. But then they just started calling him the Demon Lord. And I'm sorry, Lord doesn't hit the same as King. There's both four-letter words that imply some sort of royalty and control. But King, I think it's because, while there are definitely, like, monarchies with multiple kings, or, like, there are nations with multiple kings, King just has, like, more heft, more weight to it. Meanwhile, Lord, like, I never think of, like, an individual Lord, if that makes sense. Like, I think of multiple Lords. Even for, like, a Lord of the Castle, Kingdom Hearts, Malusia style thing, like, he was one of the Lords of the Castle. Like, I don't know, it doesn't hit the same as King. But it does happen. It happened in Seven Deadly Sins, happening here, where Isagi's title of Demon King is being replaced with Demon Lord. That just doesn't... I mean, I guess once again, it does make sense within Isagi's context, because he's not the one and true only Demon King. There are many other quote-unquote Demon Kings. You could argue Kaiser is a Demon King. Loki's definitely a Demon King. Any of the new General 11s are arguably Demon Kings. Or Demon Lords, I suppose. But... it just doesn't hit as hard. Let's see. Keep being a demon lord who interferes with my life. Isagi, what? You ain't gonna clap back at him at all? Why not? Why not? Like, I mean, I guess it's because it's automatic, right? Like, it's not like Isagi's going to stop. Why would he? Let's see. Why did he make a bird noise for a closing door? What? Let's see. Rinchan! My glorious, handsome, legendary Juicy King Batra. I always forget that he's so short, too. Not really so short, but he's short. Let's see. Well, actually, I think Batra is actually above average height for Japan, but he just looks tiny next to Rin. Hey, Sinisaki? I was thinking of asking him to train with me. Don't care. See, like, Rin, this is... As much as I understand the Rin fans out there, he is hype moments in Aura, the character. And I get it. Some people just don't, like, I don't mind characters who are mean. Well, I guess like, he has a reason to say. But I don't know, man. Like, I cannot, like, as much as I've grown to respect and appreciate Rin's role in the narrative, it is just that, is a respect and appreciation. I still don't think I really like Rin. I think whenever my mind starts to change on that, it's moments like these. Don't care. Take a dump and go to sleep. Like, maybe that's supposed to be him, like, directing Bachura to the bathroom, being like, hey, take a dump. Like, oh, well, if you'll find him in the bathroom, right? Maybe that's what that's supposed to be. But, dude, don't be cryptic. Don't be esoteric. Just tell him. Like, I don't know. I've never been a fan of people who are mean for no reason. Like, when I think of all my friends, I've even, like, had to check some people being like, dude, we're in public. What are you doing? You are a full-grown man and or woman. I've had to check both. But, like, you're a full-grown adult. Stop it. Why are you talking to the waiter like that? Do you want them to spit in our food? I don't care if you're into that or not. Like, and Rin, I get it. Rin's 16. You know, he's a teenager, and like the adults I'm referring to are actual full-grown adults. Sometimes act like teenagers, but dude. Hop off your own meat. Hop off Say's meat. Hop off Isagi's meat. Hop off Tip. I was like, huh? Kachuk? Isagi, are you good? Well, I guess the chapter's... Is he actually... Now I think about it, maybe the chapter's called Don't Run Away because of Isagi. Is he actually scared of this? Dog, this isn't even anywhere near the actual top of the world. You're not even really the top of the U20. And you're already getting worried, dog? Come on now, Isagi. But, you know, that is actually a good thing for his character. Don't get satisfied. Right now, I'm number 1 in Blue Lock. Like you're tied for number 1 in Blue Lock, and you aren't the strongest yet. But still, let's say I'm number 1 in Blue Lock. I have the abilities to hold my own against the world. Everyone's chasing after me and steadily leveling up. Rin and I are strengthening each other as rival egotists. Yep, learner, genius. Even Ego-san's dreams are riding on me. It's fine. Everything is going well. This is good. Don't get satisfied. It's good, but being number 1 is truly... You know, though, actually, this does build on... I remember it was like, what, chapter 302 or something? Where it was, like, Isagi looking over the crowd of people who were looking up to him and being like, oh, wow, like, this is actually really high up, and this could all easily come crashing down. And that is true, right? Like, also, Isagi's a teenager. And, like, even I know full-grown adults who accidentally, once again, it's always accidental, accidentally become important at their company. And then, like, I've had multiple either, like, late-night phone calls or just hangout sessions where I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, man. I'm the boss of this entire team. They're looking at me for this. I don't know what I'm doing. And this, and that, and the third. And like, I don't know. Maybe just because I come from, like, a large family of yappers. And also have had to take care of, like, a bunch of children. A lot. It doesn't, like, now, it doesn't bother me whenever I need to, like, be put in a leadership position. I'm just like, okay. Maybe just because I always think of it in the idea of, like, weeball. I think one of my greatest blessings and greatest curses in a way is the fact that I tend to not overthink things too much. It's not really an issue for me. So it's why I've never really had an issue with public speaking, giving speeches or anything like that, yapping on the internet. Like it doesn't mean, oh, it means a lot to me in many ways, but it doesn't impose that same fear. If anything, whatever fear gets translated directly into excitement in my mind. And it's clear that Isagi still is excited. You can see he's smiling as he says it's terrifying. But yeah, Isagi is a teenager. And obviously, I've never been put in the same position as Isagi. I think the largest team I've led for like multiple months at a time was like a team of like 10 people. It's not like I was ever like CEO of a company or like just massive super gig important guy. I was leading like 10 people. Which is still a lot. Like, leading one person is still, like, genuinely insane because they have to look to you, and that's crazy. But that I'm on a much smaller scale than Isagi. And I'm older, right? Like, even when I was, like, leading that team of 10 people, I was older. So, Isagi being a 17-year-old who was nobody. Yeah, actually, no, this works. This works actually really, really well for Isagi's character. I was about to clown him, Brody. But now I'm thinking about it more. This actually works really, really well for Isagi's character because he is just a 17-year-old. He's a 17-year-old who, not even a year ago, was no one. no one knew Isagi Yoichi's name, right? He went from a regular, nice, happy 2-parent household, regular high school life, like a future, but like nothing too crazy, to being the #1 prospect for the greatest upcoming soccer talent in the world. His face is now plastered everywhere. Everyone is looking at him. And not everyone just as in like his other 22 teammates, but everyone is in the entire world is like watching him like a hawk. And like now it's truly settling in. And now it's not just, Nagi or Bora or like his specific rivals being like, oh yeah, we're looking at you. We have mini versions of you in our head. It's everybody. It's Shigiri, it's Corona, it's Raichi, it's Rin, the other #1. It's all these people looking at Isagi, Yukimiya. It's all these different characters looking at Isagi and being like, yeah, you're the motivation. Yeah, we're going to reach you. We're going to surpass you. And while obviously it still does excite Isagi, it'd be unnerving. It'd be unnerving for anyone. I don't know how any of the like top people feel. It's just, especially like, I'm thinking of like celebrities who like, their whole thing is that they are celebrities, not even like athletes or stuff like that. Because you could argue like, well, for an athlete, the second they fall off, like sometimes like they fall off and then like fall out of relevance and existence unless they were like super duper great or like recontextualize their success into something else. But like I'm thinking of like any celebrities who just like live and like they get praised for living. Ones that don't really have a fall off, right? Like you could argue musical artists, they, even if it's not like a physical thing, though concerts are very physically intensive, they can fall off in their music production. When not, you're thinking of like anyone in sports, obviously, they can fall off from their physical potential and stuff like that. But I wonder how a person who's just like famous for being famous, I guess, like anyone who does like reality TV, I suppose, like how do they feel knowing that they guide the opinions and are being watched by, like, maybe it doesn't matter after a certain point. I feel like the human brain can conceptualize so much after. Like, can you cognitively, like, you've probably met and spoken to well over 100 people, but can you actually, in your mind right now, visualize 100 faces? I think if I could, it would take me a minute and like me sitting here like scanning one by one and like counting, but then I'd start looping after like the first 10 maybe. Like I'm thinking of my family right now, and I got like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like I maybe, but like I can't imagine that all at once. And then think about that for Isagi, on the scale of the world. It's like not even the deal. The world. No, like literally the whole world is looking at Isagi and be like, "Hey, bro, you better cook. You better cook, bro. Cook right now. Cook, or else we're frying you." And like that's the thing. Isagi has a binary. He either cooks or he gets fried. So it is a lot. It is a lot for a teenager who was no one and had no experience in this kind of position before. Yeah, it would be a lot. And I think that actually is good for Isagi's character that he's struggling with this. And I think he's going to be in a real rough spot against Loki then. Let's see. There's no denying that I've become the nucleus. Like, look at his hand shaking too, bro. Let's see. There's no denying that I've become the nucleus of Blue Lock. And that's exactly what I wanted to become. And that's exactly what I wanted. To become the best in the world. But if my condition slips... yeah, there it is. If my condition slips, if I mess up and lose, there's a good chance all of Blue Lock would collapse with me. Now, see, I don't agree with that. I think he, in a funnily enough way, I think he is almost over-aggrandizing himself. That there's a fine balance you need to walk, right? Like I mentioned, I become someone relatively important at the place of work. I could still be replaced in an instant. Say they like Isagi, you're currently the center. You could be replacing it. Like I don't know. As important as individual humans are, and there are many humans who do reach like fundamental, like almost insane levels of like recognition, power, and status. It doesn't matter. You're still a human. At any moment, you can be replaced. There are 8 billion others. Soon to be 9. It don't matter. So I think Isagi. Looking at all Blue Lock will crumble behind him once he loses? No, I don't think so. But I do think he would crumble. And maybe then Blue Lock would leave him behind. But, once again, maybe that's just my interpretation thing. Maybe Isagi's right. Maybe all of Blue Lock would just shatter without him. But, maybe there's your apple off your young chip. Let's see. Seriously nuts This is the pressure you feel at the top of a team. I never felt this sort of responsibility before. Yeah, and once again, it's gotta be rough for a 17-year-old. Rin, Kaiser, Loki. Have they been fighting like this? Stress was perfectly natural? I mean, yo, I don't know what it is, but these designs without the irises and pupils look so cool. But, to a degree, probably. But at the same time, I'm sure, there it is. I'm sure Noah has also overcome it countless times. Yeah, and I think it is very important to not, like, at least, once again, I'm talking from my own smaller scale reference here as a person who's led teams before of various sizes. I think it's always important to remember to acknowledge that things are really important and that you control them. But, like, it's not the end of the world. I think you should stay out of your own way. The mind is a beautiful, amazing, powerful thing, but it is also a thing that will very quickly doom spiral you into oblivion if you let it. The mind is beautiful, it's wonderful, it's juicy, it's jacked, it's dangerous, though. Very, very dangerous. You can fall down a rabbit hole of your own creation really, really fast. Actively, mind you. Not like just your subconscious being like, hey, gang, nightmare time, nightmare. Like it can do that. But you can actively fall down if you focus too much on it. I think, in a way, Noah is a perfect example of this. He doesn't care. He doesn't care he's number one in the world. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to him. He just plays soccer with the intention of enjoying it. And I think that's what he needs to reach. He needs to reach that point of, like, I ball. It's crazy how everything goes back to, we ball. But, like, ball out, bruh. Just do it. Okay. Oh no, the pressure is so big, bad, and scary. I highly doubt Noah cares about that. Loki clearly cares about, like, the recognition, but I don't think he cares about being the leader or being the weight. It doesn't matter to him. Even with Kaiser, while he clearly we know Kaiser clearly cared about his position in the world, I don't think it was the stress of leading a team that got to him. I think it was just the stress of him being him. But Isagi, I think he has a, not a naive perspective, but a perspective that is based in his lack of experience, which I think is cool, though. Very, very good character writing. Good way to show that Isagi still has these struggles. Let's see. 24 hours later. Oh, man. Ooh, wait a second. What is this? Come on. Why does the fit look kind of fire? The white on Isagi goes crazy. Uh-oh. But why they use that? That's crazy, though. They use that image of Isagi being flat-faced, and they use the image of Loki smiling, being like, I can't wait to violate you, Yoichi boy. Let's see. Overcoming countless times to become the best in the world. There it is, the chapter title. Don't run away, Yoichi Isagi. I keep seeing this. I always think it's like an eye. It is just the sticker of the flag. Let's see. Yoichi Isagi. France versus Japan. Go crazy for number 1. Game start. Alright. A very, very W chapter. A very good character study on Isagi. Because that's kind of like before the chapter. And funnily enough, though, now I really like. I mean, I guess it's just cool to flex with your 11 members. But I mean, you know, they show up though. They show up in the chapter. I got so deep into the Isagi character study, I kind of forgot that the chapter shows us where the other ones are. Shows Loki absolutely styling and getting 2 goals on England, but setting up England as a possible threat at the same time. Kaiser dominating Costa Rica, but at the same time showing that he is taking a lot of effort going into flow. That's important to establish and going to show that Kaiser is still, you know, he doesn't seem to be on the same level as Loki just yet. Standing up the idea of everyone in Blue Lock and then characters outside of Blue Lock relying on Isagi is good, and then having Isagi's character struggle come from the fellow number 1, like that being the final, like, the weight, that the straw that broke the camel's back, essentially. That being the thing that has Isagi go into this, like, revelation of, accidentally became important, not just at work, but, like, in the entire world. Whole nation's hopes are riding on me. And whole team's hope is riding on me, and whole world is watching me. Seeing him have to go through that, especially a person like Isagi who seemed to, like, want the recognition, want the eyes on him, but seeing him struggle with it, that's actually really, really cool. I like that. I like that we see him struggle. I like the concern that he has, but I do like that he overcomes it, or not overcomes it, but he's determined to more so live with it, right? Where maybe in the past he may have, like, run away. He would have passed the ball, if you will, to somebody else. Now he's like, no. I may be scary, it may be uncertain, I may not know what's going to go on, but it doesn't matter. Don't run away. Go crazy for number 1. But, like I said, it always ends with it. ball out. He's balling out, and I do like that. But if you made it all the way through this video, please do me a favor and leave ball out. Or actually, no, leave out ball. Because if ball out, like, who knows? Sometimes I do passwords, and I realize or see in the comments passwords, like, built in, and not in, like, the ironic way of, like, oh, I'm going to build the password into the comment. No, it's like, ooh, whoops. May not have realized that was actually the comment because I said the phrase too much. So leave out ball. Out ball in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that link to notifications bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, even have a picture down below. Use what me for as well as one a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as well as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reactions to every the shoes I happen to review, ad view variations of all my videos, early ad-free access to all my videos, early ad-free access to all my videos, not just here on the main channel, but all the videos on the second channel, that guy with a reaction. I drop 45-minute to hour-long, or really 2-hour-long reaction videos over there every Saturday at 1 p.m. ES. Tizzle. Brain, I want to be able to stizzle. And on top of that, if you become a Patreon member, you get your name listed at the end of every single video. And if you're a $3 Patreon member or higher, you get your name listed and read aloud at the end of every single video. And on top of that, if you want to join your boy ever, Live, I am live every 8 p.m. EST over on the Twitcher. Link to that, link to the description down below. That guy with the controller. Please check it out. We have a wonderful time over there. We talk about literally anything. And on top of that, I do have, sorry, my brain absolutely farted there. We do have the Ko-Fi down below. If you want to drop 5 beans for a short video, 25 beans for a long video, or any beans at all, any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Guillaume, Pura Ura, Enzo, Swift Strike, Super Flame Zero, Yuki Ally, Striker Man, Grim, Ollie, The Boy, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Magic, CCC, Ramondo Furen, Dino, Heath Nelson, Hector Gonzalez, Black Sage, Tim Thomas, Kaving, Julian Perez, Akolade Babatunde, Union I, RXN, Nevi97, Logan Guzman, Dead Meme, Korudir, Christian Carter, Jagoda, Keon Stewart, Donovan McIntosh, Sino King, Hamza Idrisi, BNA DNA, Edwin Ingbignoba, Cyan, Straw, CyberSage12, Athenzi Shia, Antavius Mitchell, Plant Crone, Azo2404, Create Panem, Zapro, Weary Exile, Karina Hernandez, Sheesh King, Window Life, Alex Kenny, Victor Jacobs, Todd, Dre, Axis XC, The Practical One, Aswin Hedi Presetia, JMDKD, and Landon Clapwick. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: A+A, Kevin Encarnacion, Sean, Dread Zoen, Midnight Lord 21, Wind Dragco, Alyssa Buhanos, CJ, and Brandon Cathell. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our Ink tier members: King RTX and Shrimpo the 4th Shrimp 06. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And to give a final thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Waki Munoz and Waki Munoz.